Recording.
Hey guys, I am so happy we are having time to chat tonight. So I'm going to introduce us real quick. I am Danielle Salicito. I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Kathy, where are you now? Kathy is like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I'm home right now. I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
Awesome.
That's
Corey?
I am from New Hampshire. We just moved to southern New Hampshire.
Steph White?
I'm from New York, so.
Woo woo. So we are from all over the darn country.
Yeah.
And yet we are BFFs. So I love this. We want to chat with you for a few. We're all super busy mamas, but we wanted to come on here and tell you why you don't want to do this. Why you want to stop this video and say no to all of us. We all started this business at different points. Some of us have been in here just a couple months, some of us about a year. So we're at different points and we all started for different reasons. But we're gonna be very honest with you. We all had objections in the beginning, okay? So there were things that told us we wanted nothing to do with this. Kathy, what would you say when you were starting? What was your biggest objection?
So I would say my journey is a little bit different than most coaches, because for me, like when I originally started, I signed up as a discount coach. I was purely in it to get the 25% off of my products. And I signed up that way because I'm military. So it was like, sorry, you guys can hear my kids playing in the background, busy mom life. But so part of the reason was because it's completely free for military to sign up as a discount coach. So for me, it was an absolute no-brainer, 100%. I am signing up for the coach discount because, well, somebody tells me discount, I'm hopping on board. So that's how I got started. And you guys would have heard a little bit about this in my story, so I'm gonna keep it brief. But as you know, like I got started because I was trying to create a healthy lifestyle, not only for myself, but also for my family to raise my kiddos in. And I was also trying to conceive again. So when I started my first program, I was 3 weeks in and I actually found out, and the family's home. I actually found out that I was pregnant again. And so I 100%, like I fell in love with the product. I believed in it. It gave me the nutritious lifestyle that I was looking for, and it was completely sustainable. So needless to say, at that point, I decided that right then and there, I wanted to coach. However, biggest mistake that I made in my business so far, I told myself I was gonna, Ryland's home. I told myself I was gonna wait until I popped that baby out. That is the biggest mistake I made. I wish I had, decided to do it right then and there, because my business would be twice as far as it is right now. So anyways, 9 months go by, popped that baby out, and I decided that I wanted to do this. My biggest objection at that point, even though I decided that I wanted to coach, really was the fear of failure. Like I was worried. I'm very much like I want to be the best at everything. And the thought of failing at something almost makes me want to not even start it. And so like the thought of that was always in the back of my head. And even to this day, I've been a coach. I'm coming up on my 1 year mark. And that thought is still in the back of my head. You are going to always like deal with these objections, but through this journey, like it made me step out of my comfort zone. And that is the number one thing that I love about this business. Even though I was terrified of failing, and I still am in the back of my mind, I've done so much more than I could have ever dreamed of. And so that was really my biggest thing, was a fear of failure. And then also like I was just getting started. I just popped out a baby. I was 4 weeks postpartum. I wasn't even cleared to work out. How was I going to share this journey with others and get them to join me? Like, how are they going to create a business when I was literally just starting myself? And the one thing I can say to that is exactly what everybody related to me about. Because here I was 4 weeks postpartum. I did not have anywhere near the body that I would like or that I was working towards, but I had big goals and I was showing up daily and I was putting that out there. And that is exactly the day-to-day grind, working through the struggles. That is what my ladies relate to me too. Like that's how.
Now, did you feel like you had to be in like perfect shape, or that you had to be like a trainer or something like that to start?
That was the mindset I had going in. Like I was terrified to post my before pictures because I felt like, I mean, they're gonna see this, who's gonna be attracted to that and think that I can coach them to get to where they would like to be. I was thinking that I had to have the ideal body to start, but it ended up being the complete opposite. Having that postpartum body, and even like just a 3-week difference, posting like my 4-week postpartum to my 7-week postpartum, and them seeing that difference that I could make in those 3 weeks, that is what actually built my business. And if I'm being 100% honest, I hope to get pregnant again because I want to bring on more clientele. Like that's the easiest way for me to attract people.
Now, Steph Corey, both of us we've got Steph Corey. Did you work out before starting?
I did. So when I was in college, I worked out like a ton and everything. And I used to run a lot. And of course I would just run and run and run. And I was like, why do I still have this jiggly tummy? Like what is going on? And I was not strong. I couldn't even do like one push-up. So when we got pregnant with Charlotte, I stopped working out because mom life, you have no time to do anything. I was working full time. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like I'm gaining weight. I have no energy. I have nothing. And so I was like, I need to do something. And I didn't even realize it until I had a miscarriage and was like, okay, I need to get serious about my health. Like I need to do something. And so I was hesitant to spend any money because I knew I wasn't going to go to the gym. And I was hesitant to join anybody or anything because like, you know, at-home fitness does not work. So then I was scrolling Instagram one day and I saw this girl who ended up being my coach. I was like, she looks so damn happy and she has abs and what the heck? Like I want that. And so then I, of course, reached out to her. She was like, yeah, I do this all from home. And so of course I gave her the runaround at first and I was like, no, it's too much money. Realistically, we had enough money, but I just couldn't justify spending it on myself because again, mom life, like why do you spend money on yourself? You're a mom. And now I think about that completely differently. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get results from home, like from my living room. So finally I bit the bullet and was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll give it 30 days. So I gave it my all for 30 days. I drank my Shakeology. I followed the meal plan. I participated in the groups, which were the best freaking part. And I saw amazing results. And I was like, holy shit, this like actually works. I need to show people like that this works and you can do this from home. Like 30 minutes a day. I was doing Country Heat, which is like a dance like program. It's so like looking back on it now, I do it as a warm up. I'm like, holy shit. Like I got such good results and I was able to do it like during Charlotte's nap or before she woke up in the morning or like now I just do it whenever because who can't fit in 30 to 40 minutes a day? Like you're telling me that you can drive to the gym for 30 minutes and then go work out, even though you have no idea what you're doing and then complain that you don't have results and drive all the way back home and be like wicked disappointed, not to mention pay like the gym membership fee. So it was kind of like a toss up for me. And now at this point, like I can't even like think about not justifying that money / not seeing results like this from home. Like there's no way I could go to the gym and see these results for the amount of money that I am paying for my like bod subscription. There's just no way. So that was my biggest objection was the money and like not being able to see results from home. Clearly those were squashed.
Yes, right, for sure. And I just realized we're all postpartum moms. So we've all definitely gone through that and got our abs back.
And Steph, it's so funny too, because like I was a total gym junkie while pregnant, like for years. So when I first heard at-home fitness, I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
But the results are there. So
I feel like I'm the opposite of all of you. I went to the gym. I had like the Planet Fitness here and I went there, but I don't like to work out. So I'm not like, that was one of the objections I gave my coach when I started was, no, I need to be in the gym. I need to be around people because I knew or I thought in my head I wouldn't make myself do it at home. You know what I mean? But like when you get in the car and you get to the gym, you're there, so you do it. What I didn't realize, and I realize now, I was there for an hour at the gym when I went, and I did probably a quarter of what I do in a half an hour now in these workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Because half the time I was walking around, I was like looking at people, I was waiting for machines, I was thinking in my head what body part I didn't like to think about what machine I should work. Like it was just, I spent a lot of time thinking, and I don't spend any time thinking when we work out now because I literally just press the play button.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no
You're in your house.
right.
And there's like no like, oh, maybe I won't do this because it's too hard. Because like the trainer is like, all right, do it right now. Like do it. And you don't have time to think about it. So you just do it.
No, I would say 100%. So I in the beginning, and my coach laughs about this now, I probably was her biggest objection giver for the longest, period, just because to me, I had no interest. I had no interest in doing anything at home. I had no interest. I made up every excuse. I was so busy. I shouldn't start. I'm building a house. I had a baby. I have a gym in my neighborhood. So I gave every excuse in the world. And then once I started, one day I was just like, I'm going to shut her up. I'll just pay, the $150 and hopefully she'll get off my back and I'll just, do it for a few weeks or whatever. And I did that. And then she mentioned coaching to me and I was like, yeah, no. I've seen, coaches on my Facebook feed, and to be honest, I'm going to be very honest with you, they annoyed the daylight out of me. Didn't like it at all. I didn't want to watch you do your videos in your bedroom with your kids. Like that wasn't me. I didn't care for that. I didn't need that. And I certainly wasn't going to start posting workout videos of myself to sell something to other people. Like, no, thank you, not needed. So I was like, I'm not going to be salesy. I don't want to do that. And I remember my coach, saying to me, she was like, do you think I'm salesy? And I was like, well, no, I didn't even know that you did Beachbody. I, fell in love with you because you were a mom and you were real, nothing to do with like what workouts you were doing. And so she asked me quite a few times more about the coaching opportunity. And I was like, I work full time. I don't need the money. It's not going to do anything extra for me in my life for the time that I would take to do anything that you're doing. But then I started to get like phenomenal results. And I have a big mouth, you guys can see. So everybody was asking me what I was doing. And I'm a financial advisor, so I deal with money. So, she told me, okay, well, you can have your products paid for if you, help a couple of your friends get on board. And I was like, well, they're all asking me anyhow. So sure, that sounds good. And then I'm a very competitive person. So once I kind of like started and I was like, well, this is easy. Everyone's asking me what I'm doing anyhow. Why am I not going to do this? But I wasn't going to do it for like a job because this is like a pyramid scheme stuff. I'm not going to do it as a job. Like that's not interested to me. I work full time. I didn't need that. And then I started and I'm like, holy shit. Like my husband's like, you got a deposit today for like $700 from, this like, because you're working out. He's like, what are you doing? And just little by little, I fell in love and I'm absolutely freaking so in love. And I love talking about objections because girls, I gave every single objection you can possibly think of. But it's been pretty phenomenal. And so to be able, I know we all put our money towards something different, all of us. And we obviously hear objections all the time. Objections don't bother me at all. I don't take them personally. I know when someone gives me an objection, it's not me. It's something, inside of them. It's nothing to do with me personally. I don't take them personally. I don't ever feel like I'm selling anything. I don't think any of you guys feel like you're selling a product. I know none of us would be doing this if we felt like we were selling a product. And I don't think on social media, I don't think you would be here right now if you thought we were selling a product. I think you would think we were salesy and you wouldn't waste your time hopping on here, but you hopped on here for a reason. So I have to think that it's more than that. No, Steph, so where are you living right now, Steph White?
Well, I'm in New York, but I'm still with my in-laws.
Okay. So how do you work this business? How does that even, like, when do you do this?
So, so when I first started, I was a new mom. I was a month postpartum. I obviously a wife. I was finishing my master's degree, and we were looking for our house. You know, again, first time mom, like new mom life. We've all said it so many times since being on here tonight that we're all guilty of using the phrase "I'm busy." Everyone has their own definition of busy, and sorry, my son's like trying to come downstairs right now, but we all have our own definition of busy, and you know, we all go through different seasons of life and things like that. So I was adjusting to motherhood. You know, I was trying to take care of my family, not in my own space. So really what I learned from starting this business, see all the kiddos,
Oh, mom.
was it doesn't take hours to build something of your own and to earn that additional income for your family. It just takes consistency. So for example, like my schedule, I'm an early riser, so I do like to get up earlier than my son. And whether it's a half an hour or even 15 minutes, like I have my days sometimes up an hour, it just depends. But I get up a little bit earlier than my son, and I do a little bit of personal development or just check my messages and see who's messaged me. I like nap time hustle. Like when my son's napping, like I get my work in. Sometimes he's not a great napper. So if I have 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, we call those power pockets. I take 10 minutes to just, you know, check in with my challengers or like friend a couple of new people on Instagram or Facebook. And it really just takes consistency. And once you start, you like find your own rhythm. And the other thing too is we all found each other on social media, right? You guys were all invited to this event, to this coaching event by one of us via social media. So we're actually getting paid to be on social media. So that's how I looked at it. I mean, it takes time to kind of figure out your rhythm at first, but we have so much support and like so many materials to kind of like, you know, show you what you should be doing every day. So it really is, you just find your rhythm. You just kind of figure it out and you find consistency, and some days might look better than others, but as long as you're doing a little bit each day, it could be an hour, it could be 20 minutes, whatever your day can give you, that's all it really takes. But that was my biggest struggle, was time management. So
that was another thing. I thought you had to do this like full time.
Yeah.
Or like do this for like I thought if you were going to do it, then you needed a lot of time to be able to do it. Or to be honest, be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And not have a job, right? And I don't even know if most of you know this. So I've built this business pumping. Okay. Mm-hmm. I pumped for me. And so I had to take my I think I pumped like 3 times a day at work, and I pumped for 15 minutes, right? 10 or 15 minutes. And I built my entire business on those pump breaks.
Yep.
You know, so this can be done literally wherever. Vacationed in Jamaica, Georgia, New York. We've been all over, and I still make money when I'm gone. You know, so that
I
works.
literally worked the business for 5 months overseas. My husband came home one day, told me that he was deploying, and he was like, "You want to come with?" I was like, "Hell yeah, why not?" And so at that point, I had been working the business maybe 2 or 3 months, if that. Mm-hmm. And so we picked up, we went overseas, and I literally worked the business over there for 4 months, and I doubled my income while I was there. So you can do it from anywhere. And while I was there, I literally, and again, I have 2 little kids, 2 under 4, whatever, I don't know. But literally, while I was over there, obviously, guys, I was over in Europe. We went to 5 different countries, and we literally traveled every single weekend. So I adapted the work hard, play hard, and I worked Monday through Friday, did my 2 to 3 hours-ish a day, and then I took off the weekends. Yes, I was posting on my stories, but I would have been taking pictures of my kids regardless. So I literally, the beauty of this business is you can really make whatever you want out of it, and you can tailor it to your schedule. I mean, as you've heard from this conversation, we all live very different lives. Yes, we're all moms. We have a full-time working mom, and we're all over the place, guys. We do completely different things, but we've all made it work for ourselves in whatever way that we want it, whether that's, I know Danielle contributes an extra mortgage or extra payment to her mortgage. I can now say I cover my daughter's preschool bills, and I'm being able to pick up more and more of the bills of the family. And not to mention, we can now take those vacations that we love so much and not have to think twice about it. We just literally pick up and take off. And that's what we just that financial freedom.
Yeah. And even like not even the financial piece, like what's the worst that could happen? Like, hello, you're getting friggin' abs and results and feeling so good. So like even like for me, like I wasn't in it to make money. Like I don't think any of us really started that way. So it's like, hello, even just that in itself is like the best part of this, I think.
Okay, can I throw in another one?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get cut off here in
we have less than a minute.
Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Have an awesome
It's been
night.
a pleasure talking to you guys.
Ladies, love chatting.
Bye.
Bye.